Well, good afternoon. We appreciate everyone being here. I think we have a little bit extra large crowd because of today's weather, which hopefully will clear out of here very quickly. I'm Doug Rice with the Performance Racing Network. I also work part-time for my alma mater of Appalachian State as their public address announcer, so that gets me very excited to have anything that has to do with college students being involved with our favorite sport of NASCAR racing. So as we know, there's a next generation of fans out there. That's very important to all of us. It is important to the folks at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Obviously, I think most of you know that's where the Performance Racing Network is based, so we work hand in hand with Charlotte on a lot of their different projects. And at Charlotte Motor Speedway, they're really looking to find a way to cultivate and develop race fans out of area college students. So we're going to invite you to go back to school for just a little bit here, as we are proud to announce at Charlotte Motor Speedway the first semester, as you can tell right here, for Chase University at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And this is the kind of school that I don't think you would mind attending. At Chase University, all college students from any schools can join the big party that's going on at Charlotte Motor Speedway. There will be special food, a special zone inside Charlotte Motor Speedway, great music, lots of entertainment, beverages, cornhole, you name it. Lots of good things to keep people entertained. It'll be a great road trip. This is open to all college students, and that includes technical colleges, as long as they have a valid student ID. With a college ID, students ticket from the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Bank of America 500 are only $24. Coincidental? I think not. Why $24? Because Chase University wouldn't be complete without our own Chase. And that, of course, is Chase Elliott, driver of the number 24 Chevrolet SS for Hendrick Motorsports. And actually, this has been his idea all along. He's been the mastermind behind putting together the curriculum for Chase University and the party zone on race day. So, Chase, come on up and tell us a little bit about Chase University and what is happening here. Thanks for making some time, by the way. All right. Get you out of the rain for a minute anyway. Thanks for being here. So tell us what sparked you to think about getting college-age students involved in NASCAR and being a part of the action at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, well, I definitely can't take the credit on all of this, and had some people, within our group that had some thoughts about it, and it was something I thought was kind of cool and jumped on board with, and felt like it might be a good opportunity. I have a lot of buddies that are in college right now, probably where I should be, but I have a lot of buddies who are in college right now, and I see kind of that lifestyle and what they enjoy and how much fun they have, and thought it might be kind of something cool if we could incorporate some of that into what I do on the weekends. So I enjoy doing what I do. I wouldn't trade it, so I'm happy to be at the racetrack each week. But I thought it might be cool to just incorporate some of that, and I felt like it'd be something to jump on board with. So we did, and we're going to give it a shot at Charlotte. We're open to maybe trying it at some other places throughout the year this year. But Charlotte was on board and felt like it'd be a good place. Home track to a lot of people, so to speak, so it might be a good place to do that. We're having a handful of colleges around that area. Might be a good place to give it a shot. So we're excited. And
there's really no tough courses to take. Everybody is assured to graduate.
Well, we hope. We'll see. I'm not very smart, so that might be your first failure out of this university. But no, I think it'll be cool. And like I said, Charlotte's been very nice and done a great job of jumping on board with us, giving us an opportunity really to have a ticket package and an opportunity for students on a weekend to spend $24 and go to a race and have things set up for you like it is. I think it's pretty cool. It's something, if I was in school, I'm a biased race fan, obviously, but I think it would be something I'd be interested in. So I think it's going to turn out cool.
Okay. Will you have a chance to go out and visit?
Yes. Yep. I'm going to go out, spend some time with the folks that are there, and like you said, Charlotte's got an area that's going to be designated just for the folks that do come, and $24 gets you a ticket, free parking, and which I think is as good as it's going to get. So.
Talking about higher education, you'll be going back to Charlotte again to race under the lights. Can you use things that you found out in the All-Star race and the Coca-Cola 600 and sort of apply that?
Yeah, I hope so. I think as we go back in the fall, obviously Charlotte's kind of a place that hasn't really changed a whole lot from a surface perspective over the past little little while from what I've seen racing there the past couple of years. So I think you'll see some of the similar things that we've seen, at the spring here at the 600 and the All-Star race. I think it'll be similar to that, and hopefully we can get things tuned in and dialed up for a mile and a half. That's going to be a big race, and it always is. Racing at Charlotte, a lot of hometown guys. The close to the shop. That's a big deal for everybody. So we're excited to get back there. Excited for the next couple races coming up. Excited for Bristol, first and foremost, and we'll take Charlotte as it comes.
And hopefully we'll have some qualifying here shortly. This is also going to serve as Chase's media availability. So I think we've got a couple of microphones floating around the room. So if you want to fire away. Raise your hand, and we'll try to recognize you here. Let's go right back here. Thank you.
Yeah, Jared Turner, Anthem Media Group. Chase, actually, speaking of Charlotte, I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit about how you approach qualifying there. I don't suppose it's that different from any other track, but as far as, do you run, a certain number of laps? Do you wait until the track is cooler? Just sort of what's your overall strategy there?
I don't really think it'd be any different than anywhere else, for that matter. You're always looking for the coolest temperatures. Everybody's always hunting for that cloud. As much as it may matter, it may not. That's probably an ego thing more than it is anything else. I'd say the good cars are going to run fast in the sun or in the shade. So, from that perspective, you're always looking to find that little bit or what you think is a little bit. But I don't, foresee it being any different than anywhere else.
Don't have to really work to find the cloud today, do you?
No, that's a fact.
Seems to be a surplus. Other questions here for Chase? Let's go over here to Mark.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Chase, you were in such a different position points-wise a month, 6 weeks ago. How do you view this? I know you want to win, get your spot in the chase that way, but how do you view the point situation you're in right now?
I just view it as another weekend. I don't think there's any need in looking at it any differently. For us, I don't think you can let that consume you. I think if you get consumed in the last few spots of the chase, then you're not looking at the things that matter most. So the way we're viewing it as a team is, for us, we want to be contenders for wins, and we want to have our sights on winning. If we have our sights on being 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, that's probably where we're going to run. So that's not how we want to look at it. No need in letting that consume you. Just go do our jobs like we know how to do them, and we'll see how it unfolds. You can't predict the future, but we can do the best job we can. We can be as best prepared as we can before we show up to the racetrack, and that's all we can ask for. So we're here to race. So hopefully it'll be exciting to watch for the fans, and we obviously hope we can get ourselves in.
Matt Weaver, AutoWeek.com. Chase, a mutual friend of ours, Bubba Pollard, once told me that the biggest challenge facing racing at all levels is getting teenagers, 20-somethings to the track and building that next generation of fans. And certainly that's something you're trying to do here with this program. What other ways do you feel like the racing community, the NASCAR community, can step up and try to attack that demographic?
Oh, I think, for me, like anything else, in my opinion on it, is I think if you have a entertaining sport or something that's entertaining and appealing to people, they're going to come watch it. No matter how much it costs, whatever it takes, they're going to come, just like a football game or anything else these days. So you don't hear people complain about ticket prices to a football game. It doesn't seem like. So I think if it's entertaining and if it's appealing to people, I think they're going to come. I think it is as much as we can do to focus on that, from a racer side, from the drivers, and obviously NASCAR is a sanction and racetracks. As much as we can do to make the racing entertaining, I think the more people are going to be interested in it. And that maybe that's a dumb answer, but I think it's about as simple as that. So I'm all in for it. I'll do the best job I can do to make it entertaining, and obviously our goal is to try to be contenders and try to win races. So that's my opinion, and hopefully we'll see some of that moving forward.
Woody came with MRN. Chase, just curious about your thoughts about the even lower downforce package going back to Michigan, your thoughts on it, and then going back there with it again.
Yeah, I think it'll be very similar to what we have every other week, and obviously what we had there, the first Michigan race. It's all relative. We're still sealed to the ground. We're still fighting for 1/16 of an inch with the splitter and the side skirts being real close to the ground. So having a little bit of spoiler taken off or a little splitter length taken away, I don't think is going to change it drastically. Obviously, we had that first race with it, and gave you some different opportunities, and the balance of the cars was different. But overall, you're still fighting for some of the same things. So I expect it to be real similar.
All right, I think we got time for about 2 more questions here, if we have 2 more questions. Bess? Oh, sorry. Stan?
Okay, Chase, so if you could get the day off and go to a sport that you wanted to go to that you don't normally get to go to, what would it be?
I'd be right here.
Easy question. Well, there you go. You watch any of the Olympics?
Yeah, watch some of the Olympics. It was pretty fun. They had some. I didn't even know there were some sports that were Olympic sports, but it was fun to watch for sure.
All right. Anybody else here? Oh, sorry.
Jessica Ruffin, NASCAR.com. You just got William Byron signed with JRM. You kind of had a similar path for your Xfinity Series career. What kind of step do you think that is for him in his blossoming career, him coming up so young?
Yeah, I think to me, I think William's been impressive, since he's been around, and I've had a chance to race with William the last couple of years when he was really just kind of getting started. And I first started hearing about him racing late models and some of the pro late model races I went and ran over the past couple of years, and the super late model races I ran as he transitioned to doing some of that stuff. He's had some good opportunities. He's got a great family. He's a really, really nice guy. And I think more than anything, he's done a really good job driving, and sure, he's had good opportunities. People say, well, he's driving good stuff, and he is for sure, but at the same time, he's doing a good job with what he has. Just because he has something good to drive doesn't mean that it's all going to fix itself. So I think he's made the most of his opportunities. He's a nice guy, and to me, he goes about his business the way you should, and I think he's deserving of a good opportunity. I think he'll do well at JRM. I'm excited to work with him if he wants to work with me in any way I can help. Be more than happy to. So happy to have him on our team, and I'm looking forward to watching him grow. I was really impressed with him. I didn't really know for sure if that deal was going to come together or not, but ironically, I was really impressed with him Wednesday night. I thought he did a good job and impressed me in a couple ways that I didn't really see anybody else doing Wednesday night, which I thought was cool. And to see that news Thursday morning was definitely ironic at the same time, but it was good to see. I think he deserves it.
Well, it's been a pleasure. One more. Okay, Deb, go ahead. Let's get Deb in here, and then we'll wrap.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott, Deb Williams, RacingToday.com. During these practice sessions, what did you think about the way they have done this track? What type of race do you see developing, bump and run, anything like that, please?
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely been interesting for sure. It sounds like cars are on the racetrack for those of you interested in that, but no, I think it's interesting, and to be honest with you, I kind of applaud Bristol for being open-minded enough to do something like this and to give it a shot. I think we were all a little skeptical coming in as to what it might be, but hey, for them to commit like they have to doing something different and working on that bottom lane like they did, hey, I can't argue with that. So I do think that the grip on the bottom of the racetrack, it obviously is there. The trucks are right around the bottom, more like what we used to see here at Bristol, like everybody's talking about. I foresee that going away unless they redo it or something changes. I think, as the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars race, whenever they race, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, I think the groove will keep working its way up, and the farther it goes up, the more grip there'll be. So to me, I think eventually the top lane is probably going to prevail unless they redo the bottom, and if that's the case, then that may be a little different. But the way my opinion stands right now, I think that the groove will go back up to the top like we've seen here the past couple of races, which I think is fun, and it's put on a good show, so I can't complain with that either.
Chase, we really want the Xfinity cars on the track tonight.
Hey, I do too, trust me. I'd love to watch.
It's been a pleasure having the Dean of Chase University spend some time with us here. He's got homework to do in preparation for tomorrow's big festivities here at Bristol. Good luck with the program. I hope it spreads elsewhere, and have fun at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, I know we're going to get you out front of the stage here for a couple of quick photos.